On your next inhale, you can tuck the knees into the chest, give them a nice hug. And then as you exhale, you can drop the knees off to the right. We'll stay here in supine twist for a few breaths. You can extend your gaze out over the left fingertips. Maybe bring the right hand to the neck. And just imagine you pulling your head an inch longer. Feeling the length of the spine. And then imagine shifting the left hip down towards the feet and the bottom of the mat and seeing what that opens up. Now you can let all of that go and just take one more round of breath here. And then inhale, give your knees a hug at center, and then exhale, knees go off to the left. You can reach for your neck with your left hand, find that elongated state. Deep breath in. And then exhale, imagine shifting that right hip down this time. Long and twisted. Deep breath in. Exhale, release it all. Take one more breath here in your supine. And then inhale, bring knees back towards center, give them a nice hug in. And then hug the knees out towards the armpits. You can maybe rock back and forth a little bit here. And then we'll send knees to 90 degrees. So knees are right above hips, feet are flexed, and then arms can come straight up from the shoulders. We're just gonna do dead bug. So tailbone is heavy, shoulders are down your back and against the ground. We'll take a deep breath in, big breath out. As you inhale, dropping the left heel towards the ground and the right arm above the head, and then coming back towards center, switching off to the left side. So moving with your breath here, nice and slow. This requires a lot of control, and the slower you move, maybe the more you can understand what's going on here. Feeling that lower core light up, the waist is pulling in towards itself. Being generous with your exhales as you move. Take one more each side. And then we'll pause here in center. Now we're going to take the left hand and press it against the left knee. So we'll have equal tension there. Left knee pressing into left hand. And then we'll inhale, send both right limbs long. Exhale, touch them in the center. We'll do this 3 more times. Extend for 3. Bring it in. 2. Check on that left hand, make sure it's pressing in. Last time. We'll hold it out for 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, give it a nice little press, and then we'll switch it up. So pressing into the right knee with the right hand, and vice versa. Take a deep breath in, left limbs go long. And then exhale, press it in, finding nice tension when you press. For 3, 2, last one. We'll hold it out for 3, 2, 1, and then bring it in, pressing into both knees, and then release. You can drop the feet to the mat. Maybe shift the gaze off towards the right. Deep breath in. Switching the gaze off to the left. Big breath out. Inhale on the left side. Exhale, switch the gaze off to the right. Inhale, we'll tuck the knees back into chest, giving them a nice hug. Bringing knees out towards armpits, rocking back and forth. And then we'll keep the right knee tucked in, send the left toes long. Give that right knee 2 pulls in. We'll keep our head resting on the ground. And then exhale, switch it out. Give that left knee 2 pulls. And then keep switching, go at your own pace. Really using your exhales to engage your core as you switch and move. tailbone is heavy, the belly button is tucked, and everything else is flat against the ground. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Pause here, doesn't matter where you are. Whatever leg is tucked in, you can straighten it, and then we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, raising the shoulders and the chest off the ground, grabbing hold of either the knee or the calf. We'll pull twice, and then inhale, switch it out. So moving here at your own pace. Your legs are kicking as far away from the body as possible. So the longest possible line that you can reach in the circle that your legs are drawing, kick beyond it. We'll go 3, 2, last one, each side, and then you can release the legs. We'll drop the head. You can keep the knees tucked in towards the chest. Deep breath in, big breath out. On your next inhale, you can raise the legs straight up, and we're going to move into some leg circles. So you can choose here. Your head can either be on the ground, or you can lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. We're going to take a deep breath in, circle both toes out towards the walls, and then circle them back in towards center. You're moving so slowly, so in control. And we're going to do this 5 more times. So at the center, your heels are kicking together, but as your feet separate, you're sending them to the furthest lines from your body. Feeling length here, turning on the insides of the legs, the lower core. We have 2, using your breath. Last one. We'll pause in the middle. You can take a breather if you need to. And then we'll reverse. So kicking away, kicking down and away. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back towards center. You can hug the knees in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Deep breath in. As you exhale, lifting head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, curled into the small ball, and then inhale, extending everything long. Exhale, wrapping around, grabbing the knees. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your breath, 6, 5, 4, 3, really reach those limbs, 2, last one. If you can drop everything, take a deep breath. Inhale, tuck the knees to chest, and then as you exhale, you can start to roll the length of your spine. Take a few rolls until you're ready. You can cross at the ankles, roll over, and find your tabletop. Once we're here, we're going to take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So moving at your own pace. On the inhales, we'll drop the belly, roll the shoulders back with the gaze. Exhale, scooping up the belly, arching the spine high for cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Articulating through the spine in whatever way it's asking for, maybe taking some curves to each side. But bringing warmth and light to all of those spaces that we don't pay enough attention to during the day. Next time you're in cat, we'll take an extra second here, pushing down through the tops of the feet, the knees, the palms, and then really sucking the belly button in, feeling all of this tight. And then big exhale, moving into cow. Imagine the palms and the knees pulling closer to each other, feeling all of that turn on. And then taking around just to let that go. Next inhale, we'll bring the left hand under the face. Right arm goes high. And then exhale, we'll thread the needle. Inhale, we'll come back up to open. We'll bring the hand to the side of the head. And then we'll find us more like needle-like crunch, bringing the elbow to the inner left forearm. And then inhale, open back up. So smaller movement, a little more controlled, and a little slower. Really wringing out the waist, feeling the belly button pull up, the obliques turning on. We have 3, 2. Last one, you can slip that arm through. We'll rest here in needle for just a breath. Pulling the hips just a little further back, maybe bringing the hand to the neck, pulling it a little longer. And then inhale, starting to unwind, right arm goes high, maybe wringing out the wrist a little bit at the top. And then exhale, switch out the left hand. Left hand raises up, and then exhale, thread the needle. Inhale brings you open, and then bringing the left hand to the head this time. We'll exhale as we find this little oblique crunch. So spine stays long, hips are pulling back, crown of the head is pulling forward, and just wringing out the waist. Everything is tight. We have 3, 2, last one, open up, exhale, you can slip the arm through, finding needle. Taking a round of breath here. On your next inhale, you can open up towards the left, flick out that wrist, and then coming back to neutral tabletop, maybe moving through a round of cat-cow. We're going to move into bird dog, so on your next inhale, we'll lift the left toes and the right arm. We'll send it as long as either of them can go in both directions. Deep breath in. As you exhale, pull the belly up, and then tuck the knee and the elbow into meet. So inhale, send it long. Exhale, tuck it in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, crunch it in, send it long. We'll swoop the arm back like you're swimming through a pool, and then we're going to pulse up for 10 here. So pulsing the tricep, really turning that glute on. Toe is pointed or flexed. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right hand, keep the left toes lifted. We're going to find that stamper, so pressing the heel into the ceiling as if you could touch it, and then lifting from the glute. So we'll be here from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, really squeezing, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now pulse. So little movements, we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can send the leg long and step it back, and then we'll roll on and off the ball of the foot. Inhale, pick it up and cross it over towards the right, and then we'll roll in this direction again. Now we'll come down to the right forearm here. So you're on your right forearm, left palm. There's a nice bend in the left elbow. Lifting the left toes off the ground and pointing them straight. We'll take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, tucking in the belly button and bringing the left knee to touch the left tricep, and then sending it back. So we have 8, 7, 6, 5, staying lifted in the shoulders and the waist. We have 3, 2, last one, hold it long, and now we'll dip this left toe down to the ground and back up for 10, 9, squeeze the glute, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up for 3, 2, 1, lowering the left knee, you can sink your hips back into child's pose. Deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale, coming back up to hands and knees. We'll move into the same thing on the left side. You can move through around cat-cow if you would like. And then inhale, lifting the left arm and the right toes this time. We'll take a deep breath in, send them longer. And then exhale, arching the spine, tucking the belly button and finding contact underneath. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it long, deep breath in. Exhale, circle that left arm around and back like you're swimming, and then point the palm up towards the ceiling. We'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left palm, bend at the right knee, find your stamper, and then starting to press that foot as if you could step onto the ceiling. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, lifting out of the shoulders, squeezing that glute. 3, 2, 1. Now pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it long, drop it down. You can start your roll. Giving that glute a moment of rest. Inhale, picking the toes up. Exhale, dropping them off towards the left. Maybe looking back at that foot, opening up the right side body. And then we'll drop down to the left forearm this time. So you're kind of uneven, but your right elbow has a nice bend in it. And then inhale, picking the right toes off the ground. The top of your foot should be facing the side of the mat. So your hips are open. Take a deep breath in, send the toes longer. And then exhale, touch the knee in towards the tricep. Really feeling that crunch in the abdomen. So inhale, send it long. Exhale, crunch it in, really making contact. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, send it back, hold it there, and then we'll touch the toes down to the ground and lift them back up. We have 9, 8, send the toes long, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze the glute, 1, you can let it go, finding a child's pose. We'll take 2 rounds of breath. We really just went for it to start out. When you're ready, you can tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your down dog. Gentle bend in the knees, hips are high, finding a nice sloping back, heart opens up towards the earth. Deep breath in, exhale, let it all go. One more time, deep breath in, exhale, let it out. When you're ready, we'll lift the left fingers off the mat and reach back for the right ankle or foot or thigh. Find a little twist here. Keep the hips pulling back, pushing the mat away with the right hand, and then switch it out. So lifting the right palm off, reaching back for that right ankle, taking a round of breath here. Coming back to down dog, taking a round of breath. And then inhale, shifting the gaze forward, and as you exhale, tiptoeing into your forward fold, and then bending your knees and either reaching for opposite elbows or maybe grabbing the soles of the feet, hanging out in a nice deep forward fold for 2 breaths. With every exhale, softening wherever you can, dropping the weight of the head. And then as you inhale, we'll start to rise, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to stack up. And then we'll inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through prayer. We'll take a breath to set an intention, clear clear your mind, coming back to the mat. And then inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, finding a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back towards plank. We're gonna hold here for a full round of breath. So pulling the heels back. Imagine that the palms were pulling back towards your feet. What is turning on when you're doing that? Wow. Inhale, shift forward an inch, and then exhale, lowering all the way down towards the belly. We'll take a round of Cobra here. So inhale, gently pressing into the mat to lift the shoulders and the chest. And then exhale, coming back towards the mat. We'll tempt the fingertips towards the corners of the mat, and we'll move into some rolling shoulder Cobras. So inhale, lifting the head, and then the chest, and then the belly. And then exhale, rolling down just as slowly. Giving yourself a little more room to wake up the spine and the shoulders here. Maybe inhaling up to one side and exhaling down to the other. Taking one more round wherever you are. And then planting the hands under the shoulders, pushing up through plank or supported plank, and then back into down dog. We'll take a round of breath. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, top of mat. You can step, hop, jump, walk. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, finding plank. We'll stay for a breath. Inhale, shifting forward an inch. Exhale, lowering all the way down or halfway down into your push-up. And then inhale, finding your up dog or Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, feet to follow. Top of mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway, and then flow. Taking what you need tonight instead of taking what you always take. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, flow. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, flow. We'll take 2 breaths. On your next inhale, right toes lift. As you exhale, right knee comes into right tricep, gives it a kiss, and then sends it long on the inhale. We have 2 more. Using your exhale to get it there. This time we'll pause, bringing it over to the left tricep, back to the right, back to the left, staying at the right, and then this time lowering all the way down to the wrist and all the way back up. We have 2. Last one. Step it through, finding your low lunge. And then inhale, right arms lift for a twist. We'll stay for a breath. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, we'll find a little needle here, so we'll thread the arm through and take a little oblique twist. Inhale, arm goes high. Exhale, find your thread and twist. Last one, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, coming back to your twist, and then exhale, back to center, dropping the left knee, and then straightening that right leg, pushing back into half split. We'll stay for a round of breath. And then inhale, shifting into Anjane. Exhale, back into half split. So moving between these two poses with your breath, using your exhale. And then next time you're in Anjane, we'll pop up onto those left toes. We'll step the right foot back to meet the left and then drop both knees. We're all going to take 2 knee push-ups. So find a gentle tuck of the pelvis, reaching the crown long, deep breath in. And then exhale, we'll lower as close to the ground as you can get. Inhale, straight back up. One more, lowering all the way down. Exhale, straight back up. Lifting the knees, setting the hips high down, up. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Release that hot air. Inhale, lift the left toes this time. Exhale, crunching left knee into left tricep. Inhale, send it back. We have 2 more. Last time, we'll leave it here and then send it over to the right tricep. Back to the left. One more time to the right. Back to the left, stay. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the knee down towards the wrist. Tuck it back up. 2 more times. Keep your breath, stay strong, you got this. Last time, drop it down, lift it up, step it through. Woo, deep breath in, open up, find your twist. Inhale here, and then as we exhale, we'll find that little thread for the obliques on this side. For 3, 2, last one. Opening up one last time before finding half split. Pushing that left knee straight. And then staying for a breath, letting our heart rate come back down. And then inhale, crawling forward towards your Anjane, really pressing the hips forward by pressing that right foot into the mat. And then exhale, half split. Moving between these two at your own pace with your own breath. Maybe curling those toes towards the body, bending the knee. One more round through each. And then next time you're in Anjane, we'll tuck the right toe, send the left foot back to meet it, and then coming down to our knees again. We're going to take our 2 push-ups. So finding really good form here. Shoulders are right over the wrists. Pelvis is tucked. Core is squeezing tight. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, lowering as close to the ground as you can get. Coming right back up. One more time. Lowering all the way down. Moving with integrity. Coming right back up. Hips go high, head up. We'll take 2 breaths here before we move on. So if you need to grab a sip of water, readjust. Whatever you gotta do. Otherwise, as you're ready, coming back into down dog. We'll lift the right toes on an inhale and then exhale, touch the right knee to the left tricep. Inhale, send it long. We have 2 more. It ends after this, I promise. Step it through, we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Step it through, we'll find high lunge this time. So let's take a couple of breaths to really drop into our high lunge, looking down at our feet. Right knee is over the right heel, left heel are over the left toes, and then the hips are square to the front. Once you're there, you can inhale, arms up, and then exhale, stay. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to drop the left knee and pulse twice, and then come to stand. So we have 5 more of these, just pulsing into a lunge, and then coming to stand. 3, 2, feeling that right glute. 1, come to stand, deep breath in, arms circle up overhead. And then as you exhale, we're gonna take the body into a parallel shape with the ground, so we're coming into airplane. Left toes lift, arms are up overhead. And then we'll swim the arms back to join the toes, pointing towards the back of the room, and then pulse everything up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stepping back into high lunge, and then exhale, coming down into low lunge. We'll take the right foot on top of the left into side plank, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and now we're just gonna lower the hips down into the mat. We're gonna do a little oblique work here. So to come into alignment, we're gonna bring our backs in line with the back of the mat, and then we're gonna bring the knees out 90 degrees, and then the heels out 90 degrees from the knees. So adjust as you go, because this position is kind of hard to figure out on the first try. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is really focus on pressing the mat away with the left forearm and the left palm, and then take the right arm behind the back, and then tuck the right hand kind of close to that left hip. That will serve as a reminder not to sway back and to keep that waist lifted. So we're trying to really lift here through the waist. What we're going to do is start to open the knees, but keep the heels touching. So really touching the back with that right forearm to make sure that your hips are staying stacked. And moving nice and slowly, you'll feel almost like your butt is like a hinge. Like you can bring your hand to your glute and just feel it start to shake and turn on. So staying lifted here, we'll have 3, 2, last 1. Drop it down, and then we're going to lift the heels off the ground, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to lift, but keeping that left heel lifted this time. This changes the range of motion. Staying nice and lifted out of the waist. We have 4, 3, 2, last 1. We'll drop the heels, give a lift, and then we'll raise the heels, give a lift. So we have 5, 4. Your movements are probably getting smaller. 3, that's fine. 2, I'm shaking. Last 1, open up, you can let it go, shake it out. And then we'll send the knees straight with the body this time. We're just gonna move into some supported side plank oblique dips. So when you're ready, lifting your hips off the mat, hand can come straight out of the right shoulder, and then we'll just dip and lift. So this is a smaller range of motion than having our feet long. We'll get there, but just really feeling how the waist will pick you up. 3, 2, last 1. This time we'll send the feet long, and we'll just dip for 3. So letting that hip go. 2, last 1, hold it up for 3, 2, 1, and then you can drop down onto your belly on the mat. And we're just gonna move into crocodile here, so we'll take the right knee out to 90 degrees, straight out from the hip, and just let it rest, let everything settle. We really turned on that glute. We'll get to the left side right away. You can flip your gaze over towards the left if you want to twist in your spine. Maybe bring that right hand to the neck, pulling it long again. A good reminder to stay long. And then as you're ready, we'll send the right foot back to meet the left. You can push up through your supported push-up or come into full plank, and then hips go high for down dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. We have 3, 2, last 1, hold it for 3, 2, 1, step it through, and and then set up in your high lunge. So I'll just say the same cues that I just did on this side, but let's really make sure that we're getting set up. So left knee is above the left heel. Right heel is above the right toe, so that foot is super active. Your right glute is turned on, hips are facing forward. Once you're there, deep breath in, arms circle up. And then exhale, just soften and stay. Just being here is work. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, we're gonna drop that right knee and then come to stand. We have 5 more, so we'll pulse down for 2 and then come to stand. Turning that left glute on. 4, 3, 2. Last one, come to stand, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, moving into airplane pose. This time, right toes lift. Your body is aiming for parallel with the earth. Turning that right hip down. And then sending the arms back long like the leg behind you. Deep breath in, crown extends forward, and then exhale, we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping the toes, lifting into high lunge. And then exhale, coming down towards plank. And then moving into side plank, this time on the right. Actually, I'm just gonna turn it and face you. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that right hip. Coming onto the right forearm, resting the palm forearm long on the mat. And then bringing the hips and knees to 90 degrees. So you've got 2 90-degree angles here, I think, yeah. And then moving to the same thing on this side. So we're really working with the lift of the waist here off the mat. That's gonna keep everything really engaged. You can get there by pushing this arm into the mat and then sucking the core up, but we'll bring this arm behind for support. So it's gonna keep your back straight and your hip waist lifted. So on an inhale, we'll open up that left knee, keeping the heels touching, and then close. So moving nice and slowly. Really feeling that left glute turn on. You can bring your hand, place it on your glute, and you will feel it. Nice and slow. Everything is tight. Everything is on. We have 5, 4, 3, find some lift, 2, last one. This time we'll raise the feet up, and then we'll find our openings here. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, oh wow, 1, and then we'll drop the feet, open up, raise the feet, open up. We have 4, 3, 2, find that lift in the waist, pressing the mat away. Last one. And then you can release. Oh, that's so hard. And then we're gonna send the knees long so that your whole body's in line. We're gonna move into supported side plank, and we'll just take some dips here. So when you're ready, lifting up and then dipping down. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up, sneak those feet out so that they're long, and then we'll dip here for 3, 2, 1, coming back to lay on your bellies, bringing the left knee up this time for alligator or crocodile, I don't know what one it is, but the left knee is straight out from the left hip, and just letting your body settle down into the mat. Releasing some of that tension right away, letting our heart rate come back down. Maybe flipping your head to rest on the left cheek this time. Bringing the hand to the back of the neck, finding your length. And then as you're ready, sending the legs long, pushing up through your plank or your supported plank into your down dog. And then you can feel free to take a sip of water, before we move on. Otherwise, we'll just hang out for 3 breaths. One more round of breath in down dog. So meeting here if you are not. And then we'll inhale, right toes high. Exhale, knee pulls in towards the center. This time really arching the back. And then inhale, sending it high. Exhale, crunch and arch. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch and arch. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Step it through. This time we'll open to warrior 2. So let's take our breaths to arrive here. I can't seem to find my balance. Right knee is over the right heel, and that's lining up with the left arch of the foot. Deep breath in, shifting back to peaceful. And then exhale, finding side angle. We'll stay for a few breaths here. Really finding that length in our spine that we've been talking about all of class. Feeling our left ribs pull back, left shoulder rolls back. Feeling that waist light up. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Stay, soften. Inhale, finding peaceful. And then exhaling, circling down to the mat. We'll move into our supported plank. So knees are on the ground, shoulders are directly above the wrists. This time we're going to take 6 push-ups. I want you all to take them all on your knees. We're just feeling things today. So we'll take a deep breath in, tuck the belly button up, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, lowering as close to the ground as you can and pushing back up. We have 5. Staying tight. 4. Use your breath for 3. 2. Last one. You can sit back, find your child's pose for just a beat. And then tuck the toes under, lift the hips, down dog. On your next inhale, we'll lift the left toes. Exhale, we'll crunch and arch. Lift, crunch and arch. Inhale, lift, crunch and arch. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Open up, warrior 2, left side. Deep breath in, we'll shift back to peaceful. And then exhale, side angle. Whatever variation you want. You can rest the forearm on the knee. You can open up and use the core strength to stay here. But rolling back that right hip, that right shoulder. Feeling that waist tighten up. Deep breath in. Exhale, soften. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, working your way into supported plank. So circling down to the mat, sending that left leg back to meet the right, and then coming to the knees. Same thing. So this time I'll give you an extra element to focus on. Instead of bringing the hands wide and sending the elbows out, instead of bringing the elbows straight back, which is a tricep push-up, which is fine, let's see if we can take our elbows back to the corners of the rooms so that your body kind of looks like an A. Your head is the point, your arms are the tails or whatever. So take a moment to set up, deep breath in, find your tightness, turn everything on, and then exhale, lower, sending those elbows back at an angle, coming back up. We have 5, 4. These are your last push-ups, I swear. Last 2. Strongest one yet. Down and up. You can sit it back. Find your child's pose. And then we'll tuck the toes under, hips go high. We have one last sequence to move through. So inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step it through. Step the right foot through. Open up warrior two. We're going to shift into the balance in this pose. So deep breath in. We'll sweep it back for peaceful. And then as you're ready, like you're diving off a cliff, release those left toes from the ground, coming up into your half moon. Feeling everything that we've turned on, turn on. You're all stacked up. Everything's engaged and tight. Deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the foot, peaceful triangle. And then circling your way down to the mat, moving through your flow. Inhale, left toes rise. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Deep breath in, peaceful. Shift it back. And then exhale, propelling yourself forward, imagining that you're diving over a cliff that is the top of your mat. And staying. Stay for another full round of breath. Turn it on. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the foot, peaceful triangle. And then find your flow. Once you've arrived in your down dog, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, you can start to tiptoe forward to your forward fold. And then bring your feet a little wider than hips width. We'll reach for the big toes with the peace fingers, gentle bend in the knees, and then using the strength of our arms to pull our upper body down closer to the legs as far as you can without discomfort, keeping everything nice and soft. And then you can release, lowering the hips all the way down to the ground until you can roll back onto your backs. And we'll just take a breath here. We have a quick bridge, a glute bridge series. And then that's it. So whatever you've got left, let's use it here. We'll step the soles of the feet in close to the glutes. So if you reach down with your fingers, you can at least graze the heels. And then I want you to take your hands and interlace them over your ribs. And then bring the elbows as close to the body as you can. So this is going to create kind of a brace for us. We're just going to take a practice round. So inhale. And then as you exhale, start to lift and only let the rib cage go as high as your hands. So this is kind of bracing your ribs to stay knitted. And your glutes are squeezing up as hard as they can. So you can let that go. You can keep this, you can keep your arms here physically, or you can send your arms long, and just remember to keep your ribs knitted and down, because we're not moving into full bridge yet where the ribs come up, we're moving into a glute bridge. So all of that being said, you can let everything go, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, roll the hips up. We're just gonna stay here for 2 breaths. Belly button is tucked, and then imagine that the heels are pulling back towards your shoulders. Turn it on, woo. And then exhale, lower, and then lift. So we're gonna lift for 10, lower, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze the core, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top, pulling those heels towards the body, making sure your ribs are knitted, and then we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, 1, 10, full bridges. I mean, not full bridges, but glute bridges. So lower all the way to the ground and then lift up. Ribs are knitted. We have 7, 6, squeezing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold at the top, tucking that belly button up, squeezing the glutes. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down, let it go. Wow, my glutes were so alive there. I'm pretty sure they can talk. Okay, so you can hug the knees in, give your glutes a little break. And then we're going to go back into it. So pressing the heels, the soles of the feet back down to the earth. We'll just take 5 here. So rising up, lower down. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. We'll pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. So now we have 5 more. All the way up, all the way down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Everything is tight. Pull those heels back. Shoulders press down. We pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down all the way. Release. We'll take a breath. Exhale, coming back up into the glute bridge. This time we're going to lift the left foot off the ground, keeping the left leg in 90 degrees. We'll do single leg. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take one more full, down and up, and then down, release, switch it out. Coming back into bridge, this time right leg raises. Right knee and foot are at 90 degrees. We'll lower and lift. 5, 4, squeeze. 3, really mean it. 2, 1, hold at the top, and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take one more full down and up, and then release, let it go. Deep breath in, hug the knees in. Rock back and forth. You're not done yet. Soles of the feet back onto the earth. Deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, really connecting down to the triceps, forearms, palms, dragging those feet down and up towards the body. And then inhale, hips lift, exhale, lower. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Make sure your core is turned on. It's squeezing tight and pulse. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, and then 10 full. So down and up. 9, 8, 7. Don't quit. You can do this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold on the top. Our last 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2, 1. Release. Lower it down. Hug the knees in. Okay, this time we're going to move into our full bridge, so it's no more booty work, but planting the feet down, lifting the hips, this time letting the ribs rise, keeping the glutes clenched, the pelvis tucked, and then if you want, you can clasp the hands underneath the back and then tuck the shoulders under for a little more lift. This is a nice back bend. Back bends are good for redistributing the energy in your body. We'll exhale, roll it back down nice and gently, and then tuck the knees in towards your chest. And then we'll drop the knees off towards the right side. Taking any variation of supine twist that you want. Maybe you decide tonight to straighten the legs or grab for one of the feet, stack the legs, whatever you want. Both shoulders are heavy against the earth. Spine is long, so hips are pointing down, crown is lifting up. Deep breath in, filling up completely. And then exhale, release everything. Inhale, you can come back towards center, knees tuck in, and then exhale, dropping over towards the left. Arms come out to your T, and then dropping into whatever variation you want on this side. Shoulders are heavy, gaze is soft. You can inhale, bring the knees back towards center. And then you can give everything a tight little hug. So bringing your chest, your head, neck, and chest off the ground. Squeezing everything in tight for one last deep breath in. And then exhale, releasing. Finding your final rest. We'll settle in for at least 10 breaths.